Happy Halloween, everyone. It's Monday, October 31st, after a great day of football where every single fantasy owner, including myself, CMC owner, is happy. I'm also happy because this wonderful team won a football game. Before I get into it, though, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. I hate intros, whatever. We beat the Jets, the 5-2 Jets at the time, 22-17. It was a very gritty game. First thing I want to start off with is Mac Jones. He didn't look good, in my opinion. He went 24 of 35 for 194, touchdown to pick, with another pick six that was nullified due to a roughing the passer penalty. Yeah, he just didn't look good. And on a fourth down, I believe, or maybe it was third down, he overthrew a ball that could have been a touchdown. It was like the guy tried to jump backwards for it, and it just didn't work out at all. Yeah, that was brutal for him. So I'm scared with our quarterback situation. Mac Jones just straight up is not good. He's not, and I think it's time to accept that. We also had the Monster come back, have a great game, 16 for 71 rushing and 7 of 72 receiving. He's really showing us what he could do in the passing game. It really has been kind of our passing downs back, which is honestly a little surprising because who really expected that out of a guy that we kind of just thought was one of those put him in on third down, short third downs, power back type of deal, but he's been great for us there. Another great guy is Jacoby Myers, 9 for 60 and a touchdown. Well, yeah, the yards per catch are terrible. He did what he needed to do. He caught a touchdown. He's caught a touchdown 3 of the last 4 games. He has more this season than he did his entire career before this. So our offense, while it didn't look terrible because our running game was good, outside of Damian Harris going for 11 for 37 or something, not great. Our offense is just weird. Our offensive line doesn't look good. We got sacked 6 times. But our defense did great today. We had a Devin McCourty vintage game. If you go back to my video, Devin McCourty is the Hall of Famer, which will be linked above. He had one of those games to prove that maybe he might be. He had 2 interceptions and 2 pass deflections. One of the interceptions was Zach Wilson trying to throw it away, but since he's Zach Wilson and terrible, he couldn't. So that was great, honestly. Great game overall from the Pats D. We had 3 picks, a couple sacks. But the Jets D smothered Mac Jones. They sacked him 6 times, and he threw a pick, and basically another one, but didn't count, obviously, due to the roughing the passer penalty. And Quinnen Williams might be the Defensive Player of the Year. It's really between him and Micah, and maybe Dexter Lawrence up there too. Watch Mike Kennedy's video on Dexter Lawrence. He's insane, dude. Interior defensive lineman. He has 6 sacks so far. I'm scared of that man. He just bundles everyone. Speaking of people that bundle people, we have Garrett Wilson going 6 for 115, and Zach Wilson threw for 345 yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks. He is terrible. He is just not good at football. He sabotages the Jets' games. The quarterbacks that are surprisingly good, we have PJ Walker. What? He had the best throw I've seen maybe in my entire life. Not really. I've seen some better ones, but you know what I mean. To DJ Moore to tie the game. Yeah, he was crazy yesterday. He had 314 yards, touchdown, and a pick. That was just scary. PJ Walker might actually be something. They named him the starter for the rest of the year, even when everyone else is healthy. So that's good for him because he can do what he just did yesterday. And I know it was against a bad Falcons team, but still, you don't just play well on accident. Speaking of people that played well, Deontay Foreman had 100 yards in 2 games in a row with CMC gone. He had 3 touchdowns yesterday. 3. Started him at flex, one of my leagues. Didn't matter, though. The kid put up 160. I put up 120. Whatever. The Panthers' offense was stupid. DJ Moore had 152 yards and a touchdown on 6 catches. Well, yeah, he was a part of the reason they lost the game because he got the taunt, over celebration, whatever, that penalty, and then Pinheiro, who sucks, just missed the extra point. And then he missed the field goal in overtime. Sorry, my roommates just walked by. I got confused for a second. Pinheiro sucks. He's the reason why they lost. Mariota didn't have a bad game either. He had a couple touchdowns, did some work on the ground. Huntley, I don't know his first name, honestly. Their running back went 16 for 91 or something like that. And Kyle Pitts finally had a good game. Not even just fantasy, real life too. 6 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. People who sat Kyle Pitts in fantasy this week are pissed off because he's been terrible all year. And then he puts up 20 this week. So screw you guys. That's why you don't draft people like Kyle Pitts. A bad offense. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, the Panthers, dude, they could do something with PJ Walker, I think. Not make the playoffs, but they can win more games than people expect. And the NFC South is terrible. The Falcons are 4-4 and have the lead over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady-led team. That is stupid. Not my problem, though, because I don't care. Yeah. Come on, Tom. Be better. We also had the Raiders get blown out by the Saints, another NFC South team, on a 20-0 loss. Carr was terrible. He had like 190 yards and a pick. Nothing else. Devontae Adams had 1 catch for 3 yards. What the hell? Did Marshawn Lattimore really lock him up like that? Didn't really watch the game too much. I mean, it was on red zone a couple times, but that's about it. I'm pissed off because Jameis Winston is my father, but I don't think he's going to start again this season because Andy Dalton is basically one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. Him and Geno Smith are just randomly going off this year. He was 22 of 30 for 229, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. He really led this Saints offense to some great things this week, along with Daddy Alvin Kamara, 18 for 62 and 1 rushing, 9 for 96 and 2 receiving. He had 3 total touchdowns. Reminds me of that Christmas Day game where he had like 5 or 6. That was stupid. This Alvin Kamara's first 3 touchdowns come in one game. Are you kidding me? He didn't score a touchdown up to this point. What's up with that? I don't know, but he did good. Olave did fine. 5 for 52 or 6 for 52. I don't know. They need Michael Thomas back and Jarvis Landry just so they can get that receiving core back to what it was and not back to last year with 1 upgrade. But the Saints are actually pretty good, dude. I think they're going to win the division at this point. So technically that video still stands, but not really for the reasons I thought because it's Andy Dalton, not Jameis Winston. The Steelers got bundled by the Eagles. 13-35 loss. Their offense is so hard to watch. Fire Matt Canada ASAP. Everything is just dink and dunk, dink and dunk. It's so boring. Like Deontay Johnson hasn't had a game with over 10 yards per catch in like 4 weeks. He's like, it's not even his fault. He had 5 for 35. That's like a backup running back's rushing numbers if they had a good game. Dude, Pat Freiermuth is actually pretty good at football though. He just consistently like makes first down plays for them, getting them first downs with the extra efforts he puts in. Like that one on the sideline where he had to like reach for it at the end of a quarter. So that was a great play by him. He's honestly a really good tight end. Very underrated. Who else was on that offense? Oh, we had Najee Harris. So there was a play. I'll probably put the image up. I might forget. Who knows? 7:33, remind me. Where he caught it on the left side of the field. There was no one like a 6-yard distance of him. And the first down marker was like 3 yards away. He looks, just does a bunch of like, doesn't move, and just gets tackled for a 0-yard gain. He's terrible at football, dude. He became Trent Richardson in 8 months. That's crazy. He was like on track to become one of the best running backs in the league and randomly became Trent Richardson. Wow, Steelers fans, good draft. You guys are only good at drafting defense and wide receivers. Sorry. Kenny Pickett. Oh, sorry. Hot topic. Kenny Pickett hasn't really looked that great. I mean, there's been times where he's shown some flashes, but he just has so many turnovers. It's not even funny. Maybe it's part of the offense just being terrible, but who knows. But teams that have a good offense, Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown are just simply Jesus Christ reincarnated. Jalen Hurts had 19 of 28 for 285 and 4, and AJ Brown had 6 catches, 153 and 3 touchdowns. AJ Brown had like a Randy Moss type of game, and Jalen Hurts was just daddy yesterday. Yeah, they definitely scared the Steelers on Halloween. They wore their spooky costumes and were like, oh, you can't guard me today. Nope, not happening. And then Javon Hargrave had 2 sacks. That's pretty good for him. And CJ Gardner-Johnson got another pick, 4th of the year. He's played really well for them. Great trade for them. Sucks for the Saints. I mean, I get it. Saints maybe don't want to pay him. But come on, dude. He's been like elite for them. It's actually insane how good that defense is. Plus, they got Robert Quinn. I hate the Eagles. Not actually, but like I hate them so much. Why are they so good? Why? Whatever. Washington came back against the Colts and beat them 17-16 with a game-winning drive led by Taylor Heineke. Jonathan Allen had a pretty good game. I watched a tackle for loss and what I thought was actually a strip sack for him, but apparently it wasn't. Sort of got it was, but it wasn't. He still had a pretty good game though. Led his tackle for loss. Then the next play, someone got a strip sack. So that was pretty impactful plays from the Washington defense. They're finally kind of living up to what we thought they would be with them. They had Chase Young, but he's not even there right now, so that sucks for them. Then we have Heineke with a game-winning drive. He went 23 for 31, 249, 1-1, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and a rushing touchdown. Yeah, dude, Heineke isn't that bad, and he's better. He makes Terry McLaurin look good again. Well, Terry McLaurin's not bad. It's just, with Wentz and all that, he didn't really look that good. He had 6 catches, 113. Last week, he had a touchdown as well. Washington's really not that bad of a football team, I feel like, with Heineke. For some reason, Heineke's better than Wentz, yet I still think Wentz is more talented. I don't really know what it's about. But, dude, any other games to think about? No? Not that I can really think of. Oh, the Dolphins beat the Lions in a great offensive game. I mean, the Dolphins came back. They're 5-0 with Tua this year. He's good, dude. Tyreek had like 180 yards. Jalen Waddle had 102 touchdowns. Tua had like 300 yards or something. Same with Jared Goff. Tua's like good at football, dude. He underthrew a couple balls, but he had one absolute pearl to Jalen Waddle for a touchdown. Waddle was wide open, but it's just the throw just looked beautiful. Like it was crazy. It was like he kind of ran like a wheel route ish. And was just open down the sideline and caught it for like a 29-yard touchdown. That was just so hot. It was hot, honestly. Got me a little bit aroused. But just like how this cowboy hat probably has. I was a sheriff on Saturday, so that's why I have the cowboy hat. And I was also Rambo on Friday. No one knows who Rambo is. It's crazy. Back to the Dolphins. Raheem Mostert had a decent game. Gesicki caught a touchdown. Honestly, dude, that team is just scary on offense when everyone's fully healthy. Their defense needs to figure it out, dude. They have names on there, but they're just not playing well. Maybe it's because their pass rush just isn't that good. They have Ogba and who else? Wilkins is a good run defender, but who else? Like, is Jerome Baker good for them this year? I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah, that's the only games I feel like talking about today. Shout out to Devin McCourty and the Ramonster for winning us this football game. Shout out PJ Walker and DJ Moore and Deontay Foreman. Derek Carr, you suck. Matt Canada, get fired. Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, Jesus Christ. And Taylor Heineke and Terry McLaurin, good God, man. And also, Antonio Gibson looks better than Brian Robinson. Is he starting or what? Like, what's the deal with that? Because he's just better at football than him. Yeah, that's all I got, guys. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Follow my Instagram, @FanacSports25. And on Twitter and TikTok, @FanacSports. Twitter with 2 S's at the end. Also, if you haven't noticed, I got the football back because my roommates bought another football. So that's awesome. This really made my day. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. Yeehaw, soldiers. Have a great one.